March is Women's History Month, so today we are focusing on the history of the wage gap and how women can work to close it. So here to help us this morning, we have Dr. Patty Ann Tublin. And Dr. Patty Ann, people, probably wondering, what's our relationship expert doing talking about girls and boys and how much they make? But this really starts so early in life, you were telling me.
It really does. And the way it came about was my work with couples and people. I find how women leave money on the table. They leave their careers, or even during their careers, once they get engaged in a relationship, all of a sudden everything changes, and it really breaks my heart. What happens, what I found from my research and why I wrote my book, is that young girls are socialized and raised differently than boys. Whether we want to admit it or not, there's a lot of unconscious bias. For example, girls are taught to wait in line, wait your turn, wait to be called on, wait for the boy to call. And these young girls grow up to become professional women that wait for the promotion and wait to be offered a raise. And life doesn't work that way. You have to go out and seize the opportunity. In business, things don't just come to you. Like most things in life, you have to ask for it. And women have been socialized to wait. It's not cool for women to assert themselves in the workplace.
So really a lot of mannerisms have to change in order for women to assert themselves more in the workplace.
Absolutely, and a lot of the way we think about women and work.
Okay, so you do have some strategies for women who maybe are realizing that they're not quite making what they're worth, some ways to negotiate and possibly end up making what they believe that they're worth, right?
Absolutely, and in my book, what I talk about is I have a 7-step negotiation strategy, and it's very simple, but you have to do it.
Okay.
So the first step, and probably the most important, is that you have to know your worth in very specific terms. Now, what does that mean? I'm talking about the worth of what your job is worth, and the specific terms are your actual job description, what it is that you do, the geographical location of where you do it, where you work, and then the industry you work in. For example, if you are a marketing director working in New York City for a PR firm, you will get a certain salary range associated with that job. If you change one of those variables and you're a marketing director, say working in Nashville, Tennessee for a public relations industry, it will be a different range. And all of this information, and this is what makes it so easy, Kim, every single job description has a salary range associated with it. You just have to plug in those 3 variables.
There you go. So really quickly, that was the first one and the most specific, and we do have a couple more for you. We do want to run through.
Sure.
Rewrite your current job description, engage in conversation, not confrontation, and choose your words carefully.
Yes, and in terms of the engage in conversation, women have a mindset that negotiation is about a confrontation, and we know that women tend to shy away from confrontations. It's not a confrontation, it's a conversation. Business is as much about you making money for yourself as it is for you making money for the company. And in terms of choosing your words carefully, words are powerful. And women are expected to present themselves in the workplace as collaborators. So you will talk about what we added value for, what we did as a team, as opposed to just the I. A little different than what's expected of for men.
Make sure it's a partnership. And
exactly.
The book, of course, has all this information in it.
Everything. Money can buy you happiness. Secrets women need to know to get paid what they're worth. And it is on my website, drpattyann.com. Honestly, it's gotten rave reviews. I'm really very proud of it.
Happy to hear that, Dr.
Thank
Patty
you.
Ann. We're always happy to have you here on The Morning, and
Thank
always
you.
Great advice.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
So